Anybody who has ever passed through Texas will be in love with this big, grand state. As soon as you leave Louisiana, you hit Texas, you start going south and you're going round and round and round. It takes you a whole day and a half to get through Texas. And it fits so neatly in the United States. I mean, if it were on the other side of the Rio Grande, then you could have said, well, whatever, Mexico by and whatever. But here it is in this great North America, in this contiguous piece of land here. And so people in Texas either smoking too much or drinking too much or just kind of get intoxicated with one's own self-importance. And I think in terms of, oh man, we can make it on our own. And this is what I'm thinking in terms of, we got to be careful with Mexicans, they're dominating certain areas. And I suspect one day they're going to say, the majority will say, you know what, we want to be back with Mexico. And, they're going to be fighting words because, basically, I think there's no point in time now for reclamation or secession or all that kind of stuff in North America. And so I don't think that Texas is thinking seriously about this whole thing. And you see across the country, across the world, people are so trivial now that you just don't understand. I mean, they went to college and university, they went to some of the top schools, and yet they're talking as if they just grew up drunk and just on drugs all the time, never even been to school. But then, of course, you're not going to school and study nothing, you're just graduating by playing games and so on, and doing the LSAT and so forth. You expect this kind of dumb stuff, but then on the other hand, recognizing the importance of America and its role in life, I don't understand how anybody could have ever accepted these kind of trivial theories that you don't have to know where to know the stuff, just know where to find it. Because when people before they graduate from school, they're selling all the books every semester. They're selling them, so at the end they don't have any books at all. And if you had to be able to check back your stuff, where you get the books to check it back? While I was in college, a professor gave a joke about this nowhere to find stuff. He said this guy had all his notes and everything, and suddenly when he go home, he's going to read it up, etc., and be able to reference it and so on. And there was a train wreck and lost all his stuff. So would he be still educated, or was he ever educated? And I'm saying that if the folks in Texas that are thinking about segregation and secession were truly educated, they will see that this is just foolhardy, because Texas feels powerful and it is a superpower, but because it's with the other 50 states. But now if it goes alone, then you find that it has to get its own currency, its own flag, its own army, its own everything. And that's going to drag them down. And, to come over to Louisiana and to go up to Oklahoma and Nevada and New Mexico and all that, you have to have a passport and visa and all that kind of stuff, or go through some immigration. They're going to change their mind right away. Now, Mexico basically might be happy to have Texas with the oil and so on. But, look how many people are running from Texas up here. So it's going to be, these people are going to be very nostalgic in a real quick bit. Oh, look what we missed. And you'll be welcomed back. But why you waste time with that stuff? As I said another time, I'm not sure Texas GDP volume, but I'm quite sure it ranks in the world. It's not the last. But guess what? Let me say it's the 10th in the world. If they decided to go independent and secede, does anybody know what would be the result? Wouldn't it shift from 10 to maybe 50? And then, the whole bunch of international intrigues, etc. So my recommendation is this, that think carefully about all your thoughts. Sometimes what I find is that when people aren't educated and they're on drugs and all that, the best thing to do is to do the opposite. When you think in terms of going to rob the bank, just go and deposit a couple of bucks you have in the bank and just walk up and go away. When you're thinking of going and use some coke, some drugs, just go and have a bath and go to sleep. When you're thinking of going and shoot up a place, just go and read a book. Do the opposite. And a lot of times it works. And so instead of these people talking in terms of secession and my own little Texas Republic here and all this kind of independent stuff, why don't they think of strengthening the union? Doing some extraordinary things, work harder, pay more taxes, do some stuff like that. And, everybody's going to be okay. But this thing, I think they have to have it through carefully. And if they did, and they come with the same reasoning, it's foolhardy.